How's it going, guys? This is Al coming at you once again with a Week 1 DraftKings breakdown. This time we're going to look at tight ends, quarterbacks video, running backs video, wide receiver video, all up on the channel. So after you're done previewing this one, go check those out as well. While you're at it, let's drop a like on this video, click that subscribe button, and make sure that you ring that bell so that you can activate the notifications and know anytime that I have a new video posted to the channel. Thank you guys very much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything that you need to know as the season approaches, videos that you want to see, or something that you want to comment about this video right here. Talk to me down in the comment section down below. So let's get right to it. We're gonna take a look right now at the tight ends looks on DraftKings. We're gonna start all the way at the top. Obviously, Rob Gronkowski, 6,900. Nice. Well done, DraftKings. I think that Gronk is a great play for tournaments. Obviously, playing in the highest total game of the day, the highest team total on the day are the Patriots. Gronk is a monster. He's as good as any tight end in the league. He has been for a really long time, obviously. He is who he is. You know what he does, but he's going to cost you a ton. You're going to have to look for value at running back and at wide receiver in order to fit him into your lineups. That's why I don't think he's a cash game play for Week 1. I definitely feel that he's viable for tournaments. You're going to have to figure out where you think the field is going to be on ownership percentage. We'll figure that out as we get closer. We're still about 2.5, almost 3 weeks before the season starts. So the week before, when you guys tune in on Twitch to the Friday question and answer and the Anti-Tinkercast right before lock, the last 45 minutes, we'll talk about what we think the percentage is, and you can allocate your percentage on Gronk in your tournaments accordingly. Right now, I plan to have a ton of Gronk in my tournaments, probably none in my cash games. For Week 1, Travis Kelce, obviously one of my favorites. I'm just probably not going to have a ton of him against the Chargers. I think this is going to be a good game, one that gets a ton of looks. He's going to be a contrarian play in tournaments off of Rob Gronkowski. So if you want to take a leverage play versus the field, Gronk versus Kelce, Kelce is the way to go, knowing that Gronk is going to be really highly owned. Greg Olsen, probably not the week that I want to play him against Dallas. And Lee out there for 5,400. I think there are better options down lower. Miami was really forgiving to opposing tight ends last year, and Delanie Walker, with the amount of end zone targets that he got and red zone looks that he got in 2017, Mariota having a down year, I think that this is a great bounce back opportunity in 2018 from the Delanie Walker that we saw in 2017. Only 4 touchdowns on the year. In terms of Mike Clay's OTD, somebody that does look like he's going to take a bounce back, a regress to the mean in a positive fashion for Delanie Walker. And he has the matchup to do it. We talk about the flow chart. Are the Browns playing? Are the Giants playing? Is the team they're playing rostering a tight end that day? You should probably play them in DFS. Well, that kind of extends to Miami as well at the tight end position. Delanie Walker is somebody that I'm going to have to consider for tournaments as well at 4,900. I keep saying that considering for tournaments, right? Now, a lot of people say that that's kind of a cop-out in daily fantasy. Well, you know, if you say you like him for tournaments, then it's just a cop-out. Why don't you play him in cash? Well, because of the way that I build my rosters, and we go over this every single week on the Twitch stream, and those videos are going to be clipped out and uploaded here to YouTube, so you guys will get along with those as well and hear what I have to say about lineup construction. We're going to go over it every single week. I tend to spend down at tight end, 4,000 and below most weeks in my cash game lineups, unless there's some sort of anomaly and there's a ton of value out there with running backs that are going to get 20 plus touches, and wide receivers that are under 4K that are going to get 9, 10 targets. Just not a situation right now in Week 1 where that opens up. So Walker, a great GPP target to me. Kelce, a great leverage play off of Gronk, and Gronk, a fantastic elite tournament play for me. Not going to play much Evan Engram, especially against Jacksonville. I think that Ingram's the one that's going to take a step back this year in that Giants offense. He got a ton of looks last year, but they add Barkley, who's going to eat up a lot of those short-range targets, and they also have ODB back, and that's going to eat up a lot of those short-range targets as well. So having Odell Beckham Jr., having Saquon Barkley, Evan Engram, somebody that I'd rather sell on than buy at this point. I think his price is too high based on what he did last year, and I don't think he's going to get that sort of target share this year. If you look at what he was doing on a game-by-game basis, 13, 7, 8, 7, 6, 9, 10, 12, that amount of targets is just not going to be there this year, in my opinion. They just don't have that many opportunities on offense. You have Shepard, you have Barkley, you have Odell Beckham Jr., and you have Evan Engram. Ingram's probably going to get 5, 6, 7 targets a game, not 13, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11. I don't see that happening. I think that most weeks he's going to end up between 5 and 7. Some weeks he could end up between 7 and 9. I don't think you're going to see very many double-digit weeks from Evan Ingram in terms of targets, so I think his price is too high, and I'll wait for it to come down, especially when we look a little bit lower on the list. Rudolph, yes, we can play him against San Francisco, but not exactly thrilled to do it. I think he's only a red zone type of guy. You're praying for a touchdown, maybe 3 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown there, and he's just priced out of my range to want to do that. Jordan Reed is the guy at 4,000 that I think could potentially be extremely highly owned and give you a great play because he's healthy right now. That's the thing about daily fantasy versus season long. I don't care that this guy gets hurt and might hurt your season long team. If he's healthy and when he's healthy, and right now he's somewhat healthy, he doesn't have a foot problem, doesn't have a concussion issue during the preseason, he's healthy for football at this point, and when he's healthy, he gets a ton of looks. He gets a ton of targets. He is an elite tight end, one of the top 3 or 4 tight ends in the league on weeks that he's healthy, and he's priced down at 4K. You look at him versus Gronk, you're saving 2,900. Versus Kelsey, you're saving 2,400. You have the possibility of 7, 8, 9, 10 targets for only 4K, and you're getting a good red zone target as well, considering that they've got Jamison Crowder, small guy, Paul Richardson, small guy, and Alex Smith that likes to throw the ball to his tight end in and around the line of scrimmage, 10, 15 yards deep. So Jordan Reed, right now where we're sitting, in elite play in week 1. Vernon Davis, if he's out, obviously about the same price. So DraftKings, a good job of, if Jordan Reed gets hurt, you know that Vernon Davis is a plug and play. They didn't make him 3K, so I like the pricing there. Jack Doyle doing good things in the preseason and does have Andrew Luck back at 3,600, I think is definitely in play. But Ebron's going to usurp a little bit of the usage that Jack Doyle had from last year. We saw that Brissett loved Jack Doyle, and we just say, well, Andrew Luck's going to play this year, so that means Jack Doyle's going to be that much better. But you look at the secondary tight end options that they had last year, and you look at what T.Y. Hilton does in games where he has Andrew Luck versus not having Andrew Luck. I don't know that we're going to see this sort of usage. Look at this during the middle of the season, right? 9, 14 targets, 7, 11, 7. I don't see that type of usage coming for Jack Doyle. Now, I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong at 3,600, right? So, like, even if I play him and he only gets like 6 targets, it's not going to kill you at 3,600. He's a big body, good touchdown possibility in a game that could very easily shoot out against Cincinnati, because Cincinnati has a good defense and a very good offense. Indy does not have a good defense, is going to have to score to keep up, and that could mean a lot of easy catch-up targets in the second half for Jack Doyle, or keep-up targets in the first half to keep pace. Clay, not really going to invest at all in Buffalo's offense. David Njoku, somebody that I've been on big time, but probably not going to, in season long, but not going to be on in week 1 because of how good that Pittsburgh defense is. And in my opinion, that's great. I hope that Njoku does not have a big game in week 1 so that we can roster him as the season goes on and keep that price low. Because I think this kid's a major talent, could end the season as a tight end 1, not the tight end 1. But being drafted as like the tight end 13 or 14 right now, I think he has a possibility of ending up around 6, 7, or 8. So there is profit to be had here. We're going to have to wait longer than week 1 to get it. Eric Ebron, I already spoke about. Good GPP play here, but don't expect very many targets. Touchdowns only, and at 3,600, I'd rather have Doyle than Ebron, Vance McDonald, and Safarian Jenkins. Right here, this is the flow chart. Against the Giants, Austin Safarian Jenkins for Jacksonville. One of the 2 flow chart guys that we have here. Are the Giants playing? Is there a tight end playing against them? Does he have a pulse? Play him, profit in DFS. There's one. Safarian Jenkins is the first. Vance McDonald, expected to get a ton of targets for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. Just peppered around the line of scrimmage, hopefully in this offense that they're running this year. If he gets 5, 6, 7 targets against Cleveland's defense that is playing this angel formation, putting the Jabril Peppers like 25 yards, almost in punt return range against the defense, making everybody play 10 on 11 up front, opening up a ton of space underneath, going with a base defense so that Vance McDonald's going to be chased around by a linebacker instead of never having to see basically a safety. This is a recipe for disaster. It's already produced a lot of touchdowns in the preseason in the 2 games that the Browns have played. He's only 3,200, guys. If you think by the week 1 that Vance McDonald's going to see 5 or 6 targets against this Cleveland Angel defense, it could be a blessing for your lineups on DraftKings. Something we're going to monitor as the season gets closer. I will put out a week 1 first look and do Q&As and the anti-Tinkercast. You'll know just where I stand on Vance McDonald in week 1, but I'm sure that he is going to be in my lineups. He's cash game viable from where we sit right now, 2.5 weeks out. He is definitely tournament viable, as is Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Looking a little bit lower on the list, Gesicki, very talented kid. Not sure that I want to invest yet in week 1. Hayden Hurst, not Hunter Hurst. Hayden Hurst Helmsley. Somebody that at 2,800, seeing a lot of looks, going to get looks from the first team playing against Buffalo. That's not a very good defense. I like this rookie. I think that he's got talent, big body, 2,800, plays around the goal line. I mean, saw him catch a touchdown in the preseason from Lamar Jackson. I think that he's going to be the pass-catching tight end for the Ravens. And there may be a couple of more that pop up as the season gets closer. But thank you guys for joining me on this look. We're going to be back with more videos as the preseason goes on. So thank you for being here. Drop a like on this video. Let's see how many we can get. Maybe we can top 200 on this video. Let's see if we can get some new subscribers. And ring that bell, guys. And we'll be back with you next time, right here on this channel. Bye, guys.